Osun education or not. So it is clear that the output and the input of both administration is for public display in the annals of the history of Nigeria. So I just say this short one to really thank NAPTAN for acknowledging our little effort in the state of Osun as leadership of the state and as government of the state of Osun. So this award is not only for Ogbeni, but for all of us, from primary school to secondary school to tertiary institution in the state of Osun during the term of Ogbeni.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Bola Ilori, for bringing us those memories from the good old days in the state of Osun. Just to add to that, if you recall, one of our products emerged the best science student in Nigeria and was hosted by President Muhammadu Buhari in 2020. Just to also add to that, you recall Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola revitalized the school feeding system in Osun, which served as a launch pad for the federal school feeding program of the federal government. Okay, so there are a couple of things I just googled here that I wanted to read out. It's my interest this sitting to know that during our time in Osun, Osun had the lowest poverty rate in Nigeria, actually. Yes, we had the second lowest unemployment rate in Nigeria. I don't know what it is today, but I mean, posterity would judge. Again, I would like to say that during our time in Osun, Osun had the lowest crime rate in Nigeria. And I'm not surprised. The Minister of Interior was, I'm not surprised that Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola was made the Minister of Interior. Without further ado, I'd like to quickly invite the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Interior, for his short remarks.
Thank you. Can I speak from here?
Yes.
As we continue, I want to...
I think I'll wait till he returns. So if anybody else wants to
speak,
express...
Honorable Nuren, as mentioned earlier, he was a member of the Osun State of Osun House of Assembly, and currently a special assistant to the Speaker of Nigeria, the House of Representatives.
Thank you, and we thank God Almighty for today. I want to join others in appreciating the national body of National Parent Teachers Association of Nigeria, NAPTAN, and our own people, the G21. G21?
Osun Network.
Osun Network? Yóò dáa fún gbogbo wa lágbára Ọlọ́run. A nílùú lẹ́ o. A nílùú lẹ́ o. Ẹ ṣé. I just want to add one or two things to what my very good Egbon and the special advisor to the Honorable Minister, Honorable Bola Ilori, said about what happened in Osun from the legislative angle of it, the legislative perspective, and how the state of Osun House of Assembly, how those policies put in place, the policies and programs, has really assisted us as lawmakers then. Well, there's one popular Islamic cleric in Osun, Baba Baki Inewo, who will say, Iṣẹ́ èèyàn ni àdúrà ẹ̀. And to God be the glory, what Ogbeni did within those 8 years are good reference point for us today. We thank God. And at the same time, I want to say this, that those things, those good words there are those things that are still making most of us relevant in Osun politics today. Now, who can tell anything? Go and check this, go and check that. Those were the things that Ogbeni did when Ogbeni was the governor of the state. We thank Ogbeni, we thank him and we thank him. In addition to the positive impact of those education programs and policies of Ogbeni then, maybe we might have forgot this. One of the students of those programs, the school rearrangement policy, emerged as the best student during JAMB then.
Yes. 2 years.
Yes, best student in JAMB throughout the federation. And if anybody does not recognize this, like I said, the history, the record is there today and is serving as a very good reference. But I want to say this. It was a story written by a columnist during the second term inauguration of Ogbeni. One woman, it was reported that the woman was a widow. She was trying to force herself to the arena of the swearing in ground on that day. And it was reported that security people were pushing her, away. And the woman kept on struggling, trying that no, she must enter the stadium in Osogbo on that day. And when she was asked that, Madam, why were you insisting that you must enter that ground? She said, look, that those children, they are no longer having a father, that the woman is a widow. And she wanted the children to see Ogbeni's face, that in case she is no more, they should be able to recognize Ogbeni. You should know that that is the person that made you to become president. So I will thank you, and may Almighty God continue to bless you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Lorraine. Just before the permanent secretary speaks, whilst the program was ongoing, some other very important personality walked into this arena. I would like to welcome to this occasion Federal Commissioner in the Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services, but ACG Ado, ACG Jafari. You're welcome. Also with us today is Honorable MPO Ibrahim. He is a Federal Commissioner representing Southwest in the Nigerian Law Reform Commission in Abuja. You're welcome, sir.
I try you.
Permanent Secretary, sir.
Thank you very much. Minister of Interior, my boss,
Thank you.
Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, and today I know a new one. Symbol. Honorable Commissioners of the Board, representatives of the CGs here present, my brother, Mr. Honorable Bola Ilori, and other senior special assistants here of the minister here present, the National President of Nigeria Parent Teachers Association, NAPTAN, here represented. Thank you very much. The Vice President of the same organization, I'm assuming that's you. Chairman of Ocean Network G21, Tajuddin Yusuf, Vice Chairman, other executive members of these two organizations, other invited guests, specifically Honorable Commissioner, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is no wonder, and it is not strange, that we are here today to witness the conferment of a lifetime award for Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. Here in the ministry, we are, in fact, present witnesses to the dynamism which he brings to leadership. In the speech of the president of NAPTAN, he mentioned that Ogbeni is a humanist. I would want to add that he is a high-achieving humanist. He's a highly driven, exemplary, conscientious, and visionary leader. This you will find in how he has improved systems, even here, after reaching here. So, based on what we hear, what we have heard earlier from Mr. Iliu about the several achievements in education and other fields in Osun, we want to assure you that he is achieving even more here in Ministry of Education. You can see his dedication when it comes to how he addresses his responsibilities as minister in fostering internal security. He's also dedicated in improving all systems as they are, make them better than what he meant. Part of that evidence is what you will have seen in the ministry and in the board here that you have come. Even in this room you are sitting. You wouldn't necessarily think you're in a government building when you're in this room. As you can see, and as you might have witnessed, he is also dedicated to the automation of systems. As many of you will have tried to apply for passports, you can see the changes he's bringing. There's order and sanity there now. Employment processes in the board here, promotion processes in administration of what we do with expatriate quota and business applications. These systems are running very smoothly, thanks to his vision. And the attendance here, I can see a lot of people from Osun. I'm from Kwara, so we're next door neighbors. And Lefa. Sir, your achievements are very much recognized and appreciated. The representation of people here, the songs I have heard, the motivation, and the way this crowd is totally with you shows that, reinforces our belief in what you do and what you have done. So I want to use this opportunity on behalf of the entire Ministry of Interior, the services, the board. I want to thank you, NAPTAN, for this gesture. And to thank you, G4? G21, sorry. G21. Osun Network. For all your efforts and for this magnanimous support and dedication and loyalty you have shown to our boss here at the Ministry of Interior. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Permanent Secretary. I don't think we're charging for clapping, so you can do better than that, please. Thank you very much for this kind words. Now to present the award to our symbol of progress, I would like to call on the representative of President of NAPTAN, Mr. Aregbesola. Oh, you are the president, sir.
No, the deputy
Representing the president, yes. You're please invited to present the award to our symbol.
Okay.
No, let him. My dad is man.
The National Parent-Teacher Association of Nigeria, NAPTAN, has the pleasure of presenting this Lifetime Achievement Award to our amiable, indefatigable Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, Minister of Interior, Abuja, Nigeria, in sincere appreciation of the extraordinary service, dedication, and outstanding contribution to the education development of Nigerian students as well as Nigerian correctional centers inmates. We thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Congratulations to the Minister of Interior. Congratulations. Congratulations. Ẹjí gbogbo ọkọ̀ tó sùn lọ, mo fara mọ́, ẹbí fara mọ́ Ràúfù, mo fara mọ́. Ẹjí gbogbo ọkọ̀ tó sùn lọ, mo fara mọ́, ẹbí fara mọ́ Ràúfù. It is now my honor and privilege to call on my father, my mentor, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, for his own speech.
Well, thank you so very much. I will sit to do this. I recognize everybody that has been recognized, so I don't need to repeat it. Let's keep it very short and straight. First of all, I also rely on nothing can be more exciting than to have people appreciate, recognize, and honor you. So I can't pretend that I'm not affected very, very strongly and positively by your deep sense of love, support, appreciation, and recognition. I thank you. As I appreciate the recognition from the NAPTAN, Nigeria National Parent Teacher Association, National Parent Teacher Association of NAPTAN. Why is it? Why when I heard of this, I was a little bit worried. I could recall it was in 2019 that either late 2019 or early 2020 that a delegation of NAPTAN came to me to inform me about their appreciation of my tenure, of my tour of duty in Osun as a governor, and their willingness to give me an award for that purpose. I equally want to recall that soon afterwards there was the pandemic, which made the elaborate arrangement that had been planned by NAPTAN for the award impossible.
Good word, yes, sir.
No, you did not tell the world this, so I'm just trying to put it in perspective so that people will know how this came about. But it shouldn't have been now. So as far as I was concerned, I dismissed it. I thought, well, like several other things, it will no longer hold. So when I read on the social media, my Twitter account actually, my Twitter handle, that something like this is in the offing, I was somehow put aback that what is this? And to the glory of God, we are here today having it. It's exciting to know that you have kept fit with this, and ultimately you delivered it. So may God honor you too. Amen. That said, I listened to Bola in his effort to put some few things very in their proper places. I want to help him with some figures. If you just say 3,000, you'll be cutting short the number of schools we did. We did actually 3,685 classrooms. In the time we spent in Osun, 3,685 classrooms built, not renovated, built. Among the 3,685 classrooms were 11 world class, that is, schools that could compete with any of such schools anywhere in the world. Schools that nobody can put down. 11, 3,000 capacity schools, senior secondary schools that can stand with any of such schools wherever you want to imagine them to be. And I'm happy that one of the governors, I won't mention the name of the governor because it's not necessary, one of our governors came and said, look, Rauf, recommend to me your builders and we will do this in our own state. And to the glory of God, that governor did, his successor is doing now. That is, the exact capacity of the schools we built in Osun was replicated by that governor, and his successor is doing the same. And those who want to put us down on the basis of that vision, to just ask themselves, what is their own, or what's their objective? It's not as if we do not know that smaller schools could be built, but the circumstances we find ourselves now, where the number of people requiring sound education is just simply enormous. You cannot therefore plan small for such huge number if your desire is to take as many people as possible out of the streets and give them the best education possible. That was what informed our action. Of course, when you get to the level of saturation of your effort, you can now be thinking of meeting some standards or whatever. In terms of addressing the urgent need of education in a society where several years of neglect had prevailed, you cannot do anything other than what we did. But unfortunately, we misjudged those with whom we had engagement, not to know that there might be ulterior motives in their relationship with us. Otherwise, Osun should today be reckoned with as a world beater. We must not be talking about that. Osun is where it is today is a major pain to those of us who came there to demonstrate capacity in human development, particularly. If there's any pain I carry, is the fact that the vision was arrested. The vision to use Osun as a model of commitment to human emancipation, human development, human success, is badly arrested. We only pray that with time, probably we could recover it. Amen. It's so painful because I was looking at her record. And I asked myself, how could this have happened? And I will read a bit of it, of the record. Renaissance Capital, in 2019, in his report titled Nigeria Unveiled, 36 Shades of Nigeria, Osun, in that report, was ranked among the top 10 economy in Nigeria, with the second highest net school attendance. in 2013. Not me. Renaissance Capital is an independent economic analyst. Osun was ranked among top 10 economy in Nigeria. And that report says Osun has the second highest net school attendance. You can only imagine the state with the highest school attendance. It's Lagos, by its population. For Osun, of about 4 million people, to have the second highest school attendance in Nigeria is an achievement of monumental proportion. I don't know whether that. Why performance? Percentage of students with 5 credits, including increased from 15.68% in 2010 to 45.47% in 2016. And as Ilori put it, that's how it is. That is, we left in 2018. The student we left in 2018 will leave high school. I've used to call our own schools then. People don't even know, people in their I don't want to use bad word, in their zeal to obliterate our legacy, forgot to know that Nigeria is still a federation. That in a federation, and as the constitution permits, states can run their own educational system at that level the way they want, for as long as that system does not conflict with the general overall educational system and examination. So Osun did not have his own examination council. Not that it could not have, they did not have. By the law of Nigeria, Osun could have. Osun did not have, because the capacity to even do your examination is difficult anyway, because it's standardized. As to what to call your school, how you call them, it does not matter. People have forgotten that the system of that Nigeria even runs today is not what people falsely refer to as 633. No. It's 693. Because it's 693. How? You have the 3 for higher, you have 6, and in between you have the junior. It's not called basic education. And so on. I mean, it's all and unfortunately, well, probably I should just summarize by telling you that administrations reflect the class they serve. Let me repeat that line because it's very, very important. Administrations reflect their class interests. My administration's commitment was to the low and struggling people of Nigeria. Abi? Yes. The mass of the Nigerian people in their daily struggle to survive. So we targeted them as individuals and their children. So these, however, did not really excite the elite who want just their own interest alone. They don't attend our schools. It does not matter whether the schools are good or bad. All they are attached to is the sentiment that they attended the schools. So what matters to them is whether the schools bear the name that they had when they were there, so they could have that nostalgic relationship with those schools. But our concern was not about the name the schools bear. It's about the purpose they serve. That's the difference. So for those who are interested in serving elitist interests, of course, what will matter is the name, not the value. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We are concerned about the value of education in the schools, not the name. But those who value the name, irrespective of the value, of course, we're more concerned about the name. That's the way you can explain why anybody would take students from what class schools to nondescript institutions that could not even serve the purpose of education. And I don't want to use this as a medium to castigate anybody, but I'm just struggling to put record straight. When Brother was talking, I just wish I could sneak in some few things to let us know some of those amazing things we did. The MBS MICS of 2017 said Osun was first in Human Satisfaction and Happiness Index. Nigeria. And these are facts that are there. MBS MICS 2017 report said Osun was first in Human Satisfaction and Happiness. And that is why you see these people managing with their own life, risking that they didn't fly to here, they traveled on road with whatever attendant challenges that could pose, and they are here. First in Nigeria Peace Index 2018 FPP. Second in highest human development index, Oxford OPHI 2015. Second lowest poverty rate 2013 NBS. Lowest unemployment rate NBS 2013. And I want to, when people talk, no state has invested, sorry, probably Lagos did more than us, and it's understandable. In security, no state can compare with us except probably Lagos is the only state that can compare with us in terms of our investment in security. Yes. It was not just possible. Nobody could just, no criminal could just come to Osun because they know they will not live alive. Because they were so much afraid of the consequence of any attack in Osun. They left us alone. Those who attempted did not live alive. They just didn't live alive. Some people attempted it, they died. They just simply died. It's not a question of they just died. They just couldn't live. When people talk about, I just laugh. How could there be a government in a place and you have they couldn't just live alive. Others avoided us like plague. But those who attempted it paid the supreme price for it. They just died, simply. And we didn't use juju. It was not voodoo. It was not voodoo. It was not voodoo. If I want to be dramatic, they demobilized. We had armored tanks all over the place. 25 of them all over the states. They demobilized the one stationed in front of the banks. As they were robbing, two other sets of armored tanks got there and neutralized them. They were just neutralized, and what? We didn't even know they had been neutralized. Second day, we just saw dead bodies all over the place. We didn't know they were neutralized. Oh, we just saw the few days after, they ran and started dying all over the place. Not to not talk of our other commitments. Was there any part? The person who was introduced missed it. We were not invited to British Parliament for appointment. We went there to talk about the school feeding system. Because the British people felt that we were recommended to the British Parliament by a group in Imperial College who came to study what we were doing in Osun. And they felt, come again? Partnership for Child. There's a group from Imperial College who saw what we were doing and got interested and felt that this must be, we must share our experience with the British Parliament. And we went there to share our experience with the British Parliament. And that will be the first time anyway. Any government in Nigeria will have that honor. Of course, I'm always challenged to ask myself, how did we come about the degeneration? Because we must be sympathetic to those who refuse to understand their mission and purpose. We just have to keep on working hard to let those who, for reasons best known to them, deviated from the path to know what progressivism is all about. Any progressive government that refuses to serve the people has lost it. The essence of progressivism is committed to the welfare of the people. Making the welfare of the people the primary purpose, if not sole purpose of government. Whoever does not see the people as the primary basis for coming to government and being in government cannot be progressive. If he calls himself a progressive, he's just deceiving himself and deceiving the people. The passion to support the effort of the poor to improve their lives is the only reason for progressivism. When a government that styles itself as a progressive is not so driven, so committed, can as well be any other government. It's not a progressive government. So we pray that the current of progressivism will be revived in our state, and we shall all live to be part of the process of building it and nurturing it and having it fully established. I was to tell you that if you want to do a phase-by-phase outline of the few things we did, and I think I want to do it. We built in our period 1,200 kilometers of new roads, not patch roads, new roads. Out of these, unprecedentedly, also I never had it, 5 new bridges were constructed. You can build new road without bridges. Bridges. As I said, I corrected Bola, it's not just 3,000 new classrooms, it's 3,685 new classrooms. You said 3,000, I had 3,000. 685. Yeah, 3,685 new classrooms were built. 11 model high schools, 67 elementary and middle schools. What class? Not just any. 70% of students pass mathematics. It's not just pass, had credit in mathematics. 53% had credit in English. We grew the GDP of Osun from 191 billion to 398 billion. We lifted 700,000 people out of poverty in that period. We lifted them out. We increased Omoluabi holding investment level, capitalization, to 5 billion. We recorded the best crime rate in Nigeria, and we rescued, let me get this very well, these are facts that we can. Yes, our ambulance services rescued 14,675 people. And no state has anything like that in Nigeria. An ambulance service that is just there 24/7 to attend to any distress. Either from a woman having the delivery labor pain to accidents and whatever. I didn't have here, and that is one thing that I am so happy about. We, at our time, introduced a system that catered for disabled people who are disabled. It's not just physical disability, those with mental disability too. I recall a lady, I was returning from Osogbo to my residence in Ilesha, and I saw this person in the gutter that was indescribable. And I felt, how could a human being be like this? I stopped. And I called the commissioner in charge of special people with special needs. And that person, I never knew she was a lady. That person was taken away. A few weeks after, a lady came to thank me. A lady you could never have imagined was that almost lost species of human being that was in the gutter, totally dehumanized. And what was the cause of her problem? She suffered depression because of the relationship she had with somebody. And today, that woman has been fully rehabilitated. She lives a normal life. Simple. These are things that people, but it is known. The story is known to me and Odunlade, who was then the commissioner for special needs, and that office, I will not say, is the worst because it's no longer there anymore. Was the first of its kind in Nigeria. No other government in Nigeria has ever considered having an office for people with special needs. And I'm very proud to be the first administration to so do. And I'm happy that several Nigerians who probably would have been dead had we not created such an office, and at that office not been efficient in meeting those needs that are special. If I want to talk, I'll be talking on and on. I will take your time. I don't want to take your time. I'm so happy to have the opportunity of this award and the attendance of those of you from far and near, particularly Oshun. God will reward you. Amen. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Can we please appreciate and celebrate our own father and mentor, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. I would also invite you to please clap for yourselves. You've done very well. Very, very well. To wrap this up, I would like to call on the media advisor to the minister, Mr. Shola Fashure, for vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Should I say this one came out of the blue moon? I'd like to thank everyone who is here to honor our principal, Ogbeni Rauf. Rauf Aregbesola, who is being honored today. One thing that always struck me about him and the people around him is the energy that his presence brings out of all the people around him. And so I'm not surprised today that that energy is in high octane level. So for all the people who came from Oshun, primarily, G21, Oshun Network, Osun Network.
Aregbesola.
Thank you. Came all the way from Osun, traveled that road. It cannot be anything but out of love, unmitigated love for our principal. I have applied that road, and so I know what it takes to come all the way from Osun to Abuja by that road. So I'll just thank you most profusely from the depth of my heart, from all of us at the Ministry of Interior, for the honor and for the kind gesture of honoring our leader. Of course, the sky is not even the limit for him. He will continue to go from glory to glory. I would like to thank our permanent secretary. Regrettably, he's gone to attend to some other things, for his kind words to the minister, and actually for capturing in the most beautiful way his achievements in office and the way he has brought revolution. I would like to thank the people who brought the award. It's their award, and they are the one actually honoring the minister. It's great that they will consider the minister, I mean, of all the people in the world, and they deem it fit to honor the minister. I don't even think it's something that we should take for granted. It's a serious award as far as I'm concerned, because I was all through the struggles in Osun and all that, all the achievements. What we get all the time are the negative vibes from the opposition. From even after he had left office, there are people who tried and tried and tried and tried to change the narrative and try to portray the administration in bad light. But I'm happy today that the most appropriate organization recognized his achievements, and for that they are honoring him today. So thank you very much, sir, for your presence here and for the honor you have brought on us. And I think something happened to me, and I will share it. In one of my birthdays, my wife had surprised me. And with our friends, they conspired, they brought a cake. I didn't know. But on the morning of that cake, one of my children just brought out the cake. And then they said they wanted to pray for me, happy birthday. And while doing that, while they were praying, one of my children, he now said it's his own turn to pray. You know how he prayed? After he prayed, he's now telling God that God should remind me that the cake is not for me alone, but for all of us in the house. Now the cake is that God, please let him also know that the cake is not for him alone, that it's for all of us, so that he will not be the only one who will eat the cake alone. So I will borrow from that, and I will also remind the Honorable Minister that this award is not for him alone, but it is for all of us. The CG corrections, I thank you most sincerely from the depth of my heart for being here. All the other people, your presence, sir, is highly recognized, and I thank you for being here, for honoring our minister with your presence. The representatives of the CG Fire, the representatives of the CG Civil Defense, the representatives of the CG Immigration, Sport Secretary, Madam. I thank you most sincerely for being here, and all people of goodwill, the media, security services that are here, and all our people that are here. I thank you most sincerely, and of course I will not be lacking to also thank our principal, who is being honored today for being here to receive the honor and for bringing out, for his positive vibes that brought out the energy in all of us. So I thank you all as we go back to Oshun and for our various posts. I thank you for being here, and I pray that God in his infinite mercies will guide you home.
But let me make a correction. I said something, I mixed up some facts. I said that those who want to, that Nigeria does not run since 334 anymore. What Nigeria runs now is 934, which is very, very close, which is similar to what we did in Osun that some people felt should be revived. What Nigeria runs now is 934 officially, because it's basic education, high school, and universities. No, don't qualify anybody. We are just putting
Putting the record straight. Thank you very much, sir. In closing, I would like to please invite the minister to please join our guests just downstairs for a group photograph. And in closing, I would like us to just take a song as we march out. On your mandate song, please.
On your
Mandate we shall stand. We shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand. We shall stand. On your mandate. Rauf, on your mandate. Rauf, on your mandate we shall stand. We shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand. We shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand. We shall stand on your mandate.